Koil was addressing Reddit. I don't know, man. I think like Reddit is one of those. It's kind of one of those things with cancel culture. You can compare cancel culture to Reddit. I feel like Reddit only is a problem if you give Reddit attention. I've never had a problem with Reddit because I've never been, to my knowledge, negatively, I've never been like shit on by Reddit. But I do think that Reddit many times call out people for shitty stuff. And I don't know, man. I feel like just as anything on, he was talking on Discord to posters from Reddit. Oh, that's interesting, huh? Yeah, no, listen, I'm not gonna say anything, like, don't expect any crazy claims from me here, man. Don't expect any crazy hot takes, because I really don't have any. I do think, though, that, like anything on the internet, there should be platforms where people can, address things and talk about stuff. I think it's important to have, free line of communication, and then if you don't want to take part in it, you don't have to, but censorship isn't good, and I think it's important for people to have the possibility to talk about stuff, Reddit was claiming you and DW Power Game to get that one warrant dismissed by Senate. Yeah, I mean, people will make claims, but why would I care? Like that, I guess that's my point. Like, why would I click? Why would I care? Reddit only matters as much as you give, like, it's the same thing with cancel culture, dude. You can only get canceled if you allow yourself to get canceled. That's true. And I would only get negatively affected by Reddit if I sat there and read every comment and I was like, oh wait, what is this guy saying? Oh wait, he didn't like what I did? What? Oh, he didn't like what I did? What? It's like, bruh, I don't know, I guess, I don't read the stuff, I don't care, man. You have people like, Judd, for example, who like cares a lot about Reddit, there's a lot of people that like they religiously read Reddit. A lot of the players on the server, they go in there and they religiously read everything, and then of course you get affected by what people say. But if you don't care, then what's the matter? Like, people are always gonna have dumb opinions on the internet here and there, and that's not to say that all of Reddit are stupid. I think Reddit is a good place for people to share funny clips or interesting RP interactions and stuff like that. It's not only bad, but if you give attention to the bad stuff, then of course it's going to look like everything is bad, and those people are going to keep doing it because they're giving it attention. That's just how I see it, man. The thing is, dude, like, I read Reddit sometimes, but I don't get affected if somebody talks about me negatively. I don't read Reddit and then go on my stream and start, like, barraging people that have said bad things about me. But if I did that, I'm sure they would keep going, you know what I mean? I feel like if people are gonna have dumb shit opinions sometimes, and if you can't handle people having dumb shit opinions, then you shouldn't be reading Reddit. That's just me, man. Haters are always gonna exist. If it's not on Reddit, it's gonna be on another platform. It's just, how it is. That's the internet, after all. We all choose this career where we stream to thousands of people on the internet, and some people are just not going to like what you do. That's just how it is, man. Yeah. Because I do also think that sometimes people post stuff that is negative about stuff, but it's not necessarily hate, it's just, criticism. Maybe it's aggressive criticism, or it's criticism that is, and as a player, then you read that and you're like, oh, this guy hates me, I fucking hate this guy too, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. But maybe in reality, this person's just criticizing the way you do stuff, But yeah, I don't understand why you would fight with people on Reddit. It doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know why you would put effort and time into that. I make too much money, doing something else. so I don't know why I would do it, But that's the thing too. Like, if you flip the coin, there's an alternative way to look at it, right? And it's if there's no way, like, okay, let's assume you want to shut down Reddit, then in a sense you're also not, and I'm playing devil's advocate here, I'm not trying to angle against my friends or anything like that. It's just like, if you don't want Reddit to exist, you're essentially also saying that you don't want free speech, because it's like, with free speech there's also people that are gonna call you out on shit and you know, say that, hey, this person did that and I that's fucked up. And it doesn't matter if it's fucked up or not, objectively, you know, it's just their opinion, and people are free to have their opinions, you know. Yeah, people, yeah, exactly, people can have their opinion, and some people might have stupid opinions, but they're still entitled to have their opinion. Do you think people get mad at Reddit because they are used to their Twitch chat? Yeah, of course, man. Yeah. People are used to people, you know, agreeing with them and liking them, and then somebody says something bad. Of course, you're gonna like put it under a microscope. And dude, the thing is, I'm not saying that the streamers that are doing it are at fault. I probably would do that too, but that's why I don't read. You know, I don't spend a lot of time going through comments and stuff like that. Yeah. Absolutely, I don't think we need to like talk about what certain streamers did. I feel like this type of subject is okay to talk about if you generalize the people you're talking about. There's no reason to pick people out from the conversation. If you start picking people out, it becomes a bit, yeah, you know what I'm saying. What did he say? Yeah, man. I think, you know, it's fair to for people to have criticism, whatever platform that might be. If it's not Reddit, it's Twitter or something else, maybe even 4chan. But you know, people are always gonna have opinions, whether they're stupid or not. They're still gonna have opinions, and there's no reason to stop them from having opinions. If you don't like their opinions, and just don't read. You know, it really is like comparable to cancel culture, where you only allow yourself to be canceled. You can't get canceled. You know. DTRP has a lot of issues with toxicity, but you really can't put the blame on just one side. It's both the viewers who go out of their way to shit on people through various social media and the streamers who get pissed off enough to incite that type of behavior. Anger, yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree. Again, like, I think, you know, my final thing on it is just like, it's they only like, it's only as much attention as you give them, you know? Wasn't the bigger issue in the start that people who were toxic beyond an opinion didn't get banned on Reddit anyways? Toxic opinion is way different to personal attacking comments, I would say. Sure, Swissy, you're right, but the thing is, who is the person that says this is toxic or this is constructive? Because where's the objectiveness? You know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult to say objectively if something is toxic or not, I think. Who's the God King that dictates that? Because then you're judge, jury, and executioner, you know? I think it's better to allow people to be toxic if they want to be toxic, allow people to be based if they want to be based, and then hopefully the toxic people aren't listened to, you know? Just allow people to have their opinions, and if they're stupid opinions, then hopefully people don't read it, you know? Yeah, exactly. The line between toxic and criticism is different for everybody, so I feel like it's a difficult thing to moderate, you know? People can be toxic on Reddit. What they discuss on Reddit is not for the streamers. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I think like it only matters as much as you want it to matter. Yeah, you can't mod the internet. Yeah. People also voicing their anger of Redditors getting fake internet points, leveraging their content, which may be part of the problem. Again, dude, like I've never had a problem with Reddit. I've even when people have like, cause I have seen at times people saying some like semi-toxic shit about stuff that I do, but why would I care, man? Why would I care? I live my own life, you know, and I'm happy with the way I live my life. It's you know, it's an internet forum, you know. Like there are some streamers on our platform that constantly talks about Reddit all the time, man. And I'm not talking about Koil or Dean or anything like that. I'm talking about there's other people that constantly bring up Reddit. They make memes about Reddit. Yeah, it's like, bro, maybe you're just a bit too invested in what these people are saying. Because as long as you don't give them attention, though, what does it matter? But yeah, dude. Like, if people want to care, like, that's another thing about it, dude. If people want to care about Reddit, that's up to them too. I just know that I'm not going to. Arios with the tier 1 for 6 months. Half a year, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some streamers that the content is Reddit, man. Like, even when we've had like meetings, it's like people, oh, Reddit's gonna have a good time with this one. It's like, why care, man? Why care? Someone was mentioning getting death threats because of Reddit. I think you're gonna get death threats regardless or not. Maybe not a base take, but hey, man, like we've chosen a line of work where we expose ourselves to thousands of people every day. Some people can't handle it, dude. Before I started with Twitch, I worked with YouTube, and we ran a pretty big YouTube thing there. I would get messages all the time, weird shit all the time, man. It's kind of part of the job when you, unfortunately, I mean, it's, people are gonna be, there's swag people in the world, you know, and if you're on a platform where people can express themselves for free, then there are gonna be people that are gonna be saying those things, and the best thing you can do is ignore it. That's it, man. I mean, the answer for most of these things is just ignoring stuff, you know? Yeah, I've gotten several threats too, man. Yeah, multiple times. And me, like, I've gotten threats from people too, but I don't bring it up. Why would I bring it up? Why would I be like, oh, this guy fucking threatened me? Like, that doesn't help. If anything, it makes it worse. Backslot, dude. I don't know, I can't right here, let me see. It was somebody that he... Here. Wait, no. Maybe I ignored him. Yeah, I ignored him. Was there a threat that you really felt like this guy was really onto me? No, never, man. People, like, it's free. It costs nothing to say stupid shit on the internet. So, like, I think like 80% of all death threats is kids, you know. I don't live in a country where everybody has a gun either. So it's like, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man. Again, same breath, like, you know, I feel like people shouldn't give Reddit attention if they have a problem with Reddit, but the same breath, people have their own platform, they can say whatever they want. If they want to give Reddit attention, they can do that as well, but it's kind of like a surprise Pikachu thing. You call out Reddit, of course Reddit's going to call you out back, you know? It is what it is. I've just, like, never cared. I've never cared. I mean, sure, it gets over, dude, the thing is, like, I get the people that constantly gets called out, you know? People that constantly gets called out on Reddit obviously gets overwhelming, but I do also think that, like, amongst all the trash, obviously there is going to be constructive criticism as well. But again, if you have a problem with it, then why read it? Just pretend, like, literally just disable the website. You don't have to read it, you know? You don't have to read it. And if they come into your chat, you know what? You can ban them, dude. You can ban them forever. You can perma-ban them from your channel, because that's the power you have on your channel. It's pretty fat, man. Libraries, 25 months, long ass time. Thank you. I don't get the hate Dean has for Reddit. Well, I kind of do because for developers it's a bit different, right? Because developers are gonna get blamed for things like state of server, updates, stuff like that. For developers, it is a bit different, I think.
I can have a
I think many times viewers think that they know better than the developers, and they call developers out on stuff that isn't constructive criticism. They say bad, 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 bad. And obviously, as a developer, I'd imagine that gets frustrating. It's a bit different, man. As a player, you really kind of don't have to care, but yeah, exactly, those type of things. Yeah, I know, I get it for a person like Dean, I do, man. Getting called out of saying, oh, you only did for CG or CB or whatever, obviously that shit gets very frustrating. And because people come into his channel, I assume, do the same, man. Don't you guys have sync ban list by now? Yeah, we've had sync ban list for a long time. But yeah, man, so I get it. As a developer, it's probably really frustrating. And I think most of the people that, you know, because I say, oh, well, just ignore Reddit. I think what most people do is they go into Reddit to hopefully see cool clips, you know, RP and stuff like that. And then they see all the bullshit. But I think if you can't handle one, then maybe you should just ignore the other, you know? But the thing is, the streamers, they want a website where they can go in, they can get a recap of RP, they can see funny RP clips and stuff like that. And then in the middle of that, they could suddenly see, what? They put out the post for me? I'm getting called out? I have to start my stream? You know? I think that's what's happening. They want Reddit, and they want a platform where they can see cool RP recap and stuff like that. And then when Reddit doesn't become that, they get frustrated. You know. I don't think anybody's at fault. I really don't. I think you know, everybody does things differently. Everybody has reasons to not like certain things. I can't speak for other people. I'm only saying for myself. If people are being toxic to me online, I just choose not to read it. For me, that works. But other people handle things differently, and you know, that's maybe fair too. I don't know. I just want to kind of remain neutral in this. Like, I'm not trying to say that one side is more fucked than the other, but I do think free speech is important, and I think that people should be able to talk shit about other people if they want to as well. Even though it's not constructive, they should have the option. And that's like, I think when we're having a conversation like this, it's fine having a neutral, objective conversation about things. The problematic aspect, and I'm talking now from my platform on my stream. When we're talking about these subjects, it's fine that we talk about it, but what's not fine is when we start talking about how certain people handle certain situations, how certain people are doing something. You can generalize, but we don't need to call out people. It doesn't help anyone, man. A Swede staying neutral? Yeah. My opinions on this is kind of neutral. That's the thing, dude. I feel like the streamers that get affected can ignore it, and the Redditors that don't like what streamers are saying, you know, they can talk about that if they want, and then the streamers can ignore it. I think it's fixed, you know. Neutral Nidas, yeah. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. That's all. People just have to accept the words they say, good or bad. Yeah, true. But again, it's the internet, you know? It is. Thank you for the biddies. Sword Scream as well with the 6 months. Half a year. A lot of half a years today, man. Arios, I don't know if I thanked you for that half year sub as well. Thank you, man. Welcome back. Climbing up to 3K again. Neutral November with Neutral Nidas, yeah. NNN, triple N, Neutral Nidas November. Yeah, I mean, of course, you guys come here and you're like, oh, maybe Nidas has some juicy opinion on this. Oh, maybe Nidas loves Reddit, or maybe Nidas is gonna shit on Reddit. Nah, dude. I think, you know, people have different opinions about stuff. That's how it works, man. Cultures, all that stuff, right? I will say, though, for transparency, that I'm one of the lead moderators, so take that as you want it. Ventons with the tier 1 through December. Thank you, buddy. I will say though one thing. I think historically speaking, people have kind of always thought they know how to do things better than Koil. It's always been a thing. People always think they know better than Koil. And while Koil might seem drastic at times, and that he might do things out of pocket, and that he might go a bit crazy, seemingly going a bit crazy, I will say that Koil knows his shit when it comes to server arcing. Like, it's the same thing. You can say, oh, fucking Koil started running with Changang, or Koil, you know, Koil wants it to be a content server. It's because he understands the cycle of these servers, man. He knows when it's there's no point in fighting for the server to be hardcore RP anymore, and then he leans into content RP because he knows that's the best for everybody on the server. And when people question that, it's kind of like, man, like, I don't know. I can see where people are coming from, and the people go like, oh, Koil is doing this and this, but you have to understand, Koil has been running servers for a long time, man.
I started off
even though
watching
things
a number
might seem
of
irrational,
streams that
they
ended up
very
making me a more
often are
negative
not.
person about this media content, and crossed you, Harry, and few others as side characters to those stories. Now I watch you guys because you and your communities don't bring that heat. So thanks for what you do.
Thank you, absolutely, thank you, man. Yeah, and for Koil it must be really frustrating too, man, because people, you know, call him out on stuff all the time, but they're generally, like, kind of wrong, I think. But hey, man. No one cares about that part. People care about him humiliating someone because they got upset he ruined their RP with SBS. Okay, number one, I don't know what that is about, but I'm only talking generally. People tend to shit on Koil because they think he's taking the server in certain directions. And generally, for overarching stuff, he tends to know what's better. I don't think what he did to Seuss is cool. I'm not sure what you're referring to. But, dude, at the same time, though, like, many times you can, as a streamer, see something and you can react in the heat of the moment, and you can say things that maybe you don't stand for, or things that you maybe regret. Maybe it's one of those things. We'll see what happens, man. People are very quick to judge things as well. I mean, he defended it for the next 10 hours on the stream. Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying, though. Koil is one of those people that when somebody pushes him, he pushes back. And it doesn't really matter, you know. He's always been like that, man. Is it true you got banned for RPing a crackhead in a cop server? Yeah. That's true. A permit. All I'm saying is, like, sometimes you do things in game and then you double down on it and then you regret your double downs or whatever it might be. I don't know, man. I think people are very quick to judge, and it is what it is, man. Being quick to judge, it's a human error. Sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes you apologize for them, sometimes you don't. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I've been frustrated on stuff on the server in the past before, but, you know. Yeah, again, I haven't seen the situation. I'm not sure. But yeah, chat, I'm really not trying to call out certain people. I would never do it. Never. But yeah, I don't know.